Hello and welcome to the Way of Kings vlog. It is the first book in the Stormlight Archive. I am very excited to read Way of Kings. It has been annotated by my beautiful, lovely friend, Lillian. While I've read almost every other book in the Cosmere, this series scares me, okay? I've been scared to read it because it's supposed to be the best, supposedly has the best world, and I'm scared. Let's get reading. Hello, so I just finished day one of reading Stormlight and I want to give you my initial thoughts. I'm just about to start chapter 6. I'm on page 105 out of 1252. And if I want to finish this book before Thanksgiving, I have to read 84 pages a day. First of all, very happy that Lillian annotated the names of each of the important characters. That's why all of these are at the bottom, because I would be lost because there's so many characters and locations that are new. So far, I've been loving the world with like the magic from the beginning, the prologue. That fight was insane and I can't wait to learn more about the shard bearers and also the different animals, and the plants move. So that's fun. I believe I met the two main characters, Kaladin and Shallan, question mark. Kaladin's in a little bit of trouble. He's currently low-key a slave. On page 26, there's this guy named Thaddacar. I don't really know how to pronounce it, so we're just gonna say Thaddacar. And at the bottom, Lillian said, "Do you know Thaddacar yet? Hint, Mistborn." I have no idea who that is. That is my initial thoughts. The world building so far is really cool. So is the magic system. I can't wait to learn more. Tien was Kaladin's brother? No! And he's dead somehow and Kaladin blames himself. Why am I about to cry? So Kaladin is at the Honorable Chasm. Syl handed him Blackbane and she goes, "I thought," Syl said, Shineback, "well, you kept these other leaves so carefully, then you lost them when you tried to help that man back at the slave cages. I thought it would make you happy to have another one." I love Syl so much. Okay, so on page 201, he dyes his hair sometimes and he wears disguises. Are they talking about Wit or Hoid, whatever name you want to call him by? Page 202, they're looking for Hoid. Yeah, so I'm guessing that this is going to be pretty darn important. Dalinar is getting visions of something. Whatever voice he's hearing is saying, "You must unite them, blah, 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 blah. The Everstorm comes." So that's 100% going to come back. It's Wit. Finally, it only took 235 pages, but he's here. Yeah, I love this guy. Why doesn't Dalinar remember Adolin's mother? Girl, what? Very aesthetic. I am officially... Anything else you want to say?
No, you can restart now.
I'm officially halfway through the book, almost exactly, and I'm about 300 pages behind where I wanted to be at this point if I want to finish it by Thanksgiving. So I'm going to try to read all that I can tonight. It's about 10 o'clock. I'm going to see how far I can get. I have a light in here. Sanderson is still setting up the characters and we're halfway through. One thing I wanted to note is that I believe that Kaladin is whatever Seth is. He is able to use the Stormlight from the gems, and he is able to take in Stormlight to use the Thrill. So that is what I believe is happening. He just led Bridge 4 and had them tilt the bridge on its side, which angered Gaz and Gaz's superior. So he is in a bit of trouble. He is currently getting beat up. Seth is cool. His former master was just killed, so... and now he's going to be used as a weapon to assassinate some very important people. So that's a little scary for him. But so far, so good. I'm going to keep reading.
Oh my goodness! What? Yo! Cassie, that's like, that's a Sophie level. That's a Sophie level.
No, Claire, no! Not that bad, not context, I googled who is Thetacar.
That's like Googling, what is Dorian's dad's name? Or like, that's like Googling, like...
What is Dorian's dad's name?
That's like Googling, like...
Who does Aelin?
Who sacrifices themselves for the key, or whatever. Like, who dies? That's like...
Not that bad. It can't be that bad.
Sorry guys, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't take it.
You had my phone.
I had it. Wait, where's your phone? I want to show the vlog. We have the same phone case. I have about 250 pages left, so I'm getting really close to the end. So here are some of my thoughts. So Kaladin survived the storm, the high storm, and bro is low-key an idiot, because why did it take him like hundreds of pages to figure out that he was using Stormlight? He just figured it out because I think Tef tried to like hit him and he blocked it and he used Stormlight, and it's like, bro, it took you this long to figure that out? Also, Syl isn't just a Windspren, she's something else, but I'm not quite sure. Somehow she and Kaladin are connected. Also with Cal's backstory, he gave up a shard blade? What? Crazy stuff with Shallan has also been going on. She succeeded in stealing the Soulcaster from Yasna, but then later when she accidentally used it because she was sketching things that weren't really there, but they were there, but are they there? I don't know. She ended up getting poisoned, and then Yasna needed the Soulcaster to save her. So now she's screwed. Like she lost her like wardship, apprenticeship, whatever, but then also she won't return with the Soulcaster to her family. Also, something is fishy about the whole poisoning, whatever. I don't think Capsule is dead, because I kind of have a rule when I'm reading that if the main character doesn't see it and it's not explicitly told to us, they're not dead. The only way that she knows that Capsule is dead is because of Yasna. I think either Yasna is lying about him being alive, or there's something going on with her. I'm wondering if she was the one who actually poisoned the bread and jam. Or just the bread. Something fishy is going on with Yasna. Don't know what it is yet, but there's something weird with Yasna and with the poison. Another thing that I'm also really loving about Stormlight and just the Cosmere in general is how Brandon Sanderson talks about philosophy in Mistborn spoilers. In Mistborn, when Sazed has his religious crisis, it's philosophy, but it's mostly religion. This is like, they get into philosophy, like when Yasna killed the people in the alley, and with like Kaladin questioning like what's good, what's evil. I've been really enjoying them talking about that. Y'all, first of all, here's my cousin.
Oh, hi.
And there's Kaylee.
Oh.
I'm on page 1078. Dalinar just kissed Navani.
What?
Yeah,
The freak?
it low-key makes me
Lips
really
up, sis.
uncomfy. Also, this is a goose, I think. There we go. Okay, so I'm on page 1111, which is kind of funny. And Lillian wrote, "Climax has started, buckle up. I'm excited." Sadeas is abandoning Dalinar. I was starting to low-key like Sadeas, but never mind. Slay, Scylla's an honor spren. Also, Kaladin and his crew has a shot at freedom. He seems like a guy who would stay behind but let his crew go. So I guess we'll see. Okay, I'm on page 1148, which means I have a little over 100 pages left. And Lillian wrote a note that says, "Be ready to cry." I'm scared. We got McDonald's. And what I mean by that is they got me McDonald's. So I was wrong about Yasna. Apparently the Soulcaster was a fake, and she and Shallan can just do that on their own. And it says, "I'm a murderer, I killed my father." Shallan said that. What? On purpose? No way. Dalinar just gave up a shard blade for Kaladin and all of the bridgemen. What? So Kaladin confronted the king. And that was so funny. And at the end he was like, your mother and I were courting, so better get used to it. Guys, this book, Taravangian is telling Seth to kill Dalinar. And he's also killing a whole bunch of people. Oh my gosh. This man is creepy. This man's actually scary. This is so fun. What is it we value? Wit whispered. Innovation, originality, novelty, but most importantly, timeliness. I fear you may be too late, my confused, unfortunate friend. The end of book 1 of the Stormlight Archive. Lillian wrote, Sanderson really knows how to end the first book of a giant series. Real. Once I hit this Sanderson slide, like the last 100 pages. Lillian also said she didn't think that I could finish this whole book before Thanksgiving. I am happy to report that it is 11:37, less than 30 minutes before Thanksgiving Day, and I did it. Talk about cutting it close. I have lots of thoughts, so let's get into it. Towards the end of the book, so much lore was dropped. Dalinar had one last vision for this book, and he learned that it was almost a journal of someone talking to him, so the person couldn't respond to him in all of the visions. Dalinar was seeing someone's past memories, which I kind of figured. But it also says, cultivation. She is better at it than I. Is cultivation like ruin and preservation in Mistborn? Like, I guess I don't really understand the shards and the Cosmere very much. It also says, a light winked out in the sky, one that Dalinar hadn't even realized was there. Then another winked out as well. The sun seemed to be growing dimmer. It's about all of them, the figure said. I should have realized he'd come for me. It's about all of them. Is he talking about, like, all of the worlds in the Cosmere? And a lot of the art stuff, I feel like, is connecting with stuff from Yumi, which I think is really cool. Dalinar also has his little mission. It says, life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. Speak again the ancient oaths, and return to men the shards they once bore. He turned to Dalinar, meeting his eyes. The night's radiant must stand again. Bro. Brandon Sanderson. That's crazy. Not to mention that the visions that he was seeing were from the Almighty, like the God, who was killed by Odium. There's so much lore. There's so much lore that I don't understand. Lillian, help me out here. Okay, now for my overall review. On a scale of all books, 5 out of 5. On a scale of Brandon Sanderson books, 4 to 4.5. One thing that I seriously love about this book that I kind of mentioned earlier is the topic of philosophy that it has and religion, not just with Shallan, but throughout like every character. At one point they mention what's right, what's wrong. Is there a God? Is there not a God? I find that so interesting. And I obviously have my own beliefs in religion and right and wrong. I also love the characters, and I really love slice of life type books. And this kind of seemed like that because, to be honest, most of them just had their own small individual goals towards the beginning, or for even most of the book. And it wasn't until the end that bigger goals were being presented. And I loved that. I loved getting to know each of the different characters, learn more about them. I loved the flashbacks into Kaladin's past. I am so eager to learn more about Shallan and the fact that she said that she killed her own father. This is not a small book, and I am a decently slow reader, but I read this so quickly, and I'm so eager to read the next one. This book definitely seemed like one long prologue to the rest of the books, but it was so good. And Bridge 4, one of my favorite tropes ever is found family, and I feel like Bridge 4 just is one big found family. that is all that I have for you today. I am so excited to come back with another vlog for the next book. So until then, life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination.